So, today we're going to be talking a little bit about perception. You'll see that I've given my TED Talk the subtitle, The Lock and Key. That's because the way you perceive others, your perception of them, can both be the lock that holds you back from deeper human connection and the key that helps you connect on a deeper level with more people. Now, what we've come to commonly call the five senses, our sight, our hearing, our smell, our taste, and our touch, make up a large portion of what we perceive in our human experience. But that's not all. Another definition of perception given from Oxford is a way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something, a mental impression. Along with what we take in through our five senses, what adds most to our human experience on planet Earth is the people around us, the way we perceive them, the way they make us feel. Now, we do the same for others. Every person you have ever met, they have perceived you, whether for good or bad, and you have added to their human experience. Hopefully, what we talk about today can help you perceive more people for what they really are, people. And we'll get to that a little later. In human connection, we find some of our deepest joys. We love the people that we love to be with. We laugh with them. We feel joy. Yet not all experiences as people on planet Earth are positive. Some people leave us feeling tormented, abused, hurt, heartbroken, angered, frustrated, even just sad. True, some people that leave us this way do not have good intentions, but most people who hurt us generally mean well, don't they? Think of everyone you've ever hurt. You generally meant well, didn't you? Even you, one who means well, one who tries to do the right thing and treat people with kindness, even you can be the source of these negative experiences for others. Why is this? Now, I cannot explain all the reasons why, but what I can offer is some homespun wisdom on my learning in perception. Now, I'm no expert by any means, but I can give you this personal anecdote. A few years ago, I was living a generally selfish life. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. It was not my intention to upset anyone, but I was really mainly seeking what would bring me satisfaction, what would bring me happiness, what would bring me that next high in life. At this time, I lived with my mother, and it seemed like everything she did or said to me went against what I was trying to do. She would say things that frustrated me, angered me. And one day, in such experience, at the time, I had been learning a lot about the gospel of Jesus Christ and had been having a lot of spiritual experiences. One day, my mother said something to me that typically would have angered or upset me, being the angsty young man that I was. But for the first time in my life, I was stopped in my tracks by this feeling inside of me that said, your mother is just trying her best to be a good mom and to help you be the best person you can be. And it hit me like a truck in that moment that my mom really wanted what was best for me. She saw the mistakes I was making and the selfish life I was living in a way, she perceived it in a way that I never could have recognized because I was so wrapped up in myself. And she was just trying to be a good mother. How many of the people that we interact with on a daily basis that leave us a little frustrated, a little angry, even sad, or whatever it may be, how many of them are just trying their best to be people? How many of them are trying their best to be kind? And yet we misperceive them as upsetting. Our perception is often limited. Our perception is often selfish. This is normal. But what I can tell you is that I know that life's highs can be heightened and life's joys can be more joyous if we but learn to perceive people for what they are. People. Every person you have ever encountered knows something you don't know. Everyone has struggles that you don't have, demons that they wouldn't dare share with you, and the vast majority of them mean well, don't they? And even if you were to encounter someone that did not mean well, that was rather unkind, isn't it better to treat them with kindness anyways? Now, Jesus Christ himself said to love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. This is the ultimate advice. Do unto others as you would have done unto you, even those who don't mean well, those who hurt you. Treat them with love. Perceive them as people capable of making mistakes, capable of messing up. If you perceive people as people, you will be able to have a genuine connection with more than you've ever known and have deeper joy than you've ever experienced in your life. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.